Today on iPod 70, Toccanto for the Vertuo line. Let's get started. Hello and welcome back to another coffee tasting video. If it's your first time here, my name is Sterling Miller. This is an espresso-centric channel. We review the original line and the Vertuo line of Nespresso. If that is what you're looking for, you have found the right channel. For my returning Podhead family, any and all announcements will be at the end. But without further ado, let's get to today's star attraction, Toccanto for the Vertuo line. So this is an espresso shot, so let's take a look at what they have to say. All right, Toccanto, beautiful. I love this color. It is a really, really cool color on the website. A very complex split roast that manages to make all of its several origins shine in the cup. The two splits, one light and one dark, are very well defined in terms of color and time. The Nicaraguan Arabicas are well preserved and a lot of fruitiness perceived in this blend. Interesting. The aromatic profile, fill your cup with a wildly aromatic Toccanto, a juicy coffee whose Latin American Arabicas bring candied and winey fruit notes to your palate. Interesting. We got roastiness 2, acidity 3, so that's gonna have a different type of bite to it. Bitterness 2, body 2, and then we have an intensity of 5 out of 11, and it is an espresso shot, 1.35 ounces. All right, so let's take a look at the pod. Ooh, wow. These kind of went everywhere. Not labeled. All right, here's your pod. Kind of a neat pod. It's almost like a hot pink purple pod. Kind of interesting. Bottom of it, nothing, just says recycle. Candied and winey fruit notes. Toccanto for the Vertuo line. Let's go brew a shot. All right, first round, we're just gonna do the shot, so let's get that going. So it's got an interesting smell to it. They said candied fruit and winey. It almost smells a little bit, this is gonna be a funny description. It almost smells a little bit like when you let those like hot, not the hot tamales, but the little rounded candies that are like hot tamales kind of, like let them, Red Hots, that's what they're called. It smells like when you let Red Hots melt in your mouth. That aroma is kind of what I'm getting. So interesting. Let's go give it a taste. Round one, let's give this one a taste. That's pretty good. The initial flavors, they said candy and winey. It does have, the acid is there, but I think the sweetness of the candy portion of it, I don't know what they're referring to when they mention candy. The winey part of it, it just has a nice amount of, the acid is definitely there, and you can tell it's acidic rather than some bitterness, because it gives you a little bit more of that, the best way I can describe it is that 9-volt battery type taste, but not in a bad way. So it, to me, has a little bit of a flowery taste to it. Also, there's like a little bit of a flowery, sweet, and then, yeah, and then kind of as it leaves, that's when you get that acidic bite from it. That one's honestly pretty good. I don't think they mentioned flowery in there. Yeah, I didn't see anything that said flowery in there, but it's got a little bit different, it's like a little bit of a sweeter something in there that's a little bit difficult to pick out. It almost has like a, almost like a citrus taste to it. So it's got a little bit of a flowery, sweet, citrusy taste, whatever that. And the initial like I kind of smelled like a candy Red Hot. That's not at all what I'm getting for taste. And that initial smell still has that little bit almost of like, this one's a little bit of an enigma because I almost smell like a little bit of like a cinnamon Red Hot smell, but what you taste is whatever this candied thing is that's sweet, a little bit of a flowery note and some citrus. I don't know, but I'm excited to go round two. I think we'll try and accentuate that sweetness just a little bit and bring out some of that flavor. So let's go round two. Let's go brew another shot. So we're gonna be using this cup to get this one going because we're gonna be adding some milk to it. So let's get the shot going. We have 2 ounces of whole milk or 59 milliliters. We're gonna add that into the carafe here, into the Aracino 4. And then I think I want to try and accentuate a little bit of that candied flowery citrus. So I'm going to use a full pump of vanilla into here. So we're just going to give it 1 full pump and then on the normal froth setting. Coffee is done. Milk is done. Let's bring these two together. The best part. I love it. Let's go give it a taste. Okay, round two. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's very nice. I think that was almost the perfect ratio for this one. I maybe would go just a hair less on the vanilla, maybe like a half to a 3/4 pump, somewhere in there. That is really good. That acidity is able to cut through the milk, bringing through some of those. Now, a lot of like what I was picking up before, which was that sweetness still there, the floral notes basically gone, but now for me, it's a lot of citrus coming through. And it almost smells like kind of tropical when you, yeah, it's like coming up. It's like coming up through and it's almost like a tropical smell. This is very unique. I don't know that they've put anything out quite like this one. I don't think, judging from how much it's diluted, even with just 2 ounces of milk, I don't believe this one's gonna stand up as an iced coffee whatsoever. I think by the time you put 6 ounces of milk with it, it's gone, it's lost. I don't think it's gonna stand up, but as a shot and with this milk in it, very good. Man, I wish I could pick apart it is really, really good. Let's take a look at what they're doing here. Toccanto, we got $8.50 a sleeve or 85 cents a pod. They said berry, winey, candied pineapple. Ooh, that might be what that tropical flavor was. I think, knowing that now, that's probably what it, I just used a generalized term as tropical, but now that they've said pineapple, I could see that does have, that was that citrus taste originally here, and then the kind of tropical taste that the milk brought through with the vanilla. So I think that's what it was. So where does that leave this one? It's a great shot, great all the way around pod. This is something very, very different. I don't know that I've tasted this flavor profile or combination with Nespresso ever. It is very different. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This one, 4 out of 5 pods. Great little pod. Something to pick up and try. Different. Different is the best word to describe it, and different in a good way. That'll bring us to a close of this week's video. I thank you so much for your time. If you've made it this far into the video, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're alerted anytime we drop a new video, which is every Friday. For my returning Podhead family, I know a lot of you have ordered the merch. I had to end the sale at some point, so basically it's ended. The prices have gone back up. There will be a new discount going out for the patrons. It won't quite be as cheap as it was initially, but the other ones, that was just a couple of week offer. So if you want some merch, head on over to the shop. We got Podhead on a mug, we got Podhead on a t-shirt, and we got Podhead on a hoodie. So enjoy that, and we will be having a contest featuring this merchandise in October, and I think I've just about solidified exactly what I want to do with it. So be ready to submit a video in October. Entire layout and parameters for that will be here shortly. Also, coming up in October, the first week of October, we're gonna be on vacation. Finally, long overdue. We haven't taken an actual real vacation since 2016, and definitely we have not taken a real vacation since we started this channel 2.5 years ago. So we will be taking an actual vacation. We're gonna be heading over to San Diego. It's gonna be a wonderful few days. But during the week of October, it's like, I think it's the 7th or 8th is the Friday that the video would normally drop. That week, we won't have an early release for the patrons, as I'm not gonna have internet access to release it that way and then change it and release it again on Friday. So for that 1 week, the patrons will not have an early video, and I apologize for that, but it's a long overdue vacation. So speaking of my patrons, these amazing people that are going by here, I say it every single week. Without you, we could not do what we do on this channel. You have afforded us so much over the years. And again, you see more new names. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for supporting the channel and just taking the time to go over there and pledge, and that's awesome. I honestly don't know what to say other than thank you, and I hope you know it is a sincere thank you. If you would like to support the channel, join us over at patreon.com/IPON70. It's the same as the YouTube channel, and you too can get the videos early and commercial free, except for the first week of October, and get merchandise discounts also. Until next Friday, have a great rest of your day.